Okay, this series is going to be on songwriting, and the object of it is to get you to be a songwriter. Now, I realize not everyone may be interested, and not everyone may succeed, but I assumed if you clicked on the video, maybe it's something you're interested in. To give you my credentials here, just a brief look at it, I've written over 100 songs 20 years ago. That's when I was counting. I stopped counting. I haven't been writing a lot compared to then, but I keep it up. And so that's with sheet music, although I don't write musical notation, but I know people that do. And so I've written a lot of songs. I also have I teach school, and I teach my students how to write songs for our musicals. So the productions we do, 95% of the songs we do are original music, and I try to get them to do as much as possible. Probably 8 to 10 songs each musical, so that we do one a year. So anyway, so I do this kind of for a living. So it might be something you could pick up from me. Okay, I'm going to do it a little bit differently this time than I normally do. Normally I start with lyrics, and this time I'm going to start with the melody and show you how you can create a melody. Okay, so let me give you a familiar song to begin with. Okay, maybe you know the tune to it. Jesus loves me, this I know. So you know the melody of that one, perhaps. Okay, maybe you learned it when you were a child in Sunday school or something, or you've heard it. Okay. And so you just have to change the melody around a little bit. And what I do is I often listen to music I like, especially if I'm doing a play. I listen within a certain genre, and then I create something new from that. I realize a lot of people are worried about maybe copying somebody else's existing melody out there, but it's not as easy to copy as you might think. So I wouldn't worry about it. And if you think you did, I would just say inspired by or based on. Whatever. I would just give credit to the original composer. It's not that big a deal. Okay, so I'd be happy if you said Jim inspired, this was similar to his melody. I'd be fine. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. Okay, so let me give you an example. You heard that Jesus loves me. So just changing the tune up a bit. Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Little ones to him belong, they are weak, but he is strong. Jesus loves me, this I know. And you can tell there, that was very simple, and I would write that down, and if you were doing melodies, I would record them, record every version of it, because you can always erase later. But don't do it too soon. I find almost always the day I write something, I hate it. I just hate it. And if I erased everything I hated, I wouldn't have anything at all. So I just give it a few days and listen back to it. And some things I keep for a long time, and then a few months go by, and I say, no, that wasn't much there. I'm going to just go ahead and erase over that. But some I didn't like in the beginning. They come to be my favorites. So hang on to them, okay? So that's the same words, the same lyrics, but a new original melody, and maybe it sounds familiar to you, but like I said, I wouldn't worry so much about that. Okay, so that was a Christian Sunday school song, but maybe that one's not familiar to you. Let's take one that's familiar to everyone. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday. Yeah, you know the rest, okay? Happy birthday. I don't like that one. Let's see. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you. Okay, so now you may not care for either one of those. That's okay with me if you don't. But you can kind of see the creative process there. I really hadn't thought of those tunes before I sat down in front of you. And what you would want to do then is, if you like the tune that you came up with, just put new words to it, and the words are ones that are important to you. You are my friend, and I am yours too. Everywhere you go, I will go with you. So just whatever it is that you think you want to say. And I'll talk to you more about lyrics writing later on, so you can get some rhymes in there. I thought I was going to sing a song to you. Maybe I still will. Maybe I'll finish with one song, okay? And then we'll call it quits on the video, okay? Nice, a short one, okay? And this is one I wrote a long time ago, over 20 years ago. Oh Lord, have mercy on me. A sinful man am I. In my time of woeful need, oh, hear my humble cry. I threw the stones, I hurled the words, in pride and vanity. I tried to make my children's world on earth a heaven to be. The Lord has been so good to me, fed and clothed my sheltering tree, but now my debt is called to date. I am unable to pay. The years have flown, my past unknown, to all but mighty God. And now I face this final road, eternal damnation side. A lamb to the slaughter, a sheep to the shearer, he did not open his mouth. Deprived of justice and future descendants, his life was crucified out. His life was crucified out. Okay, thank you. So tune in for part 2, and we'll talk a little bit about lyric writing, okay?